Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We have a very special event for you all tonight. Understanding Assessments, Schaumburg Township, ladies and gentlemen. We have some very special guests in the building today. We have Miss Gail, who is one of my favorite coworkers to work with. What's up, Miss Gail? We also have
No.
the one, the only, the illustrious Kevin Morrison. If I had a cool like hand clap or something, like this is where it would go. Wah, 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 like a DJ sound or siren or something. But why don't you go ahead and just let us know what's happening tonight, and then we'll jump in.
Awesome. Great to see everyone today. I'm Kevin Morrison. I represent the Northwest Suburbs on the Cook County Board of Commissioners, including all of Schaumburg Township. First, I want to thank the great team at the Assessor's Office for helping put on the show. It sounds like it's going to be a high-energy meeting, so
Yes.
hopefully everyone takes a lot out of it. I just want everyone to know out there, I know it's a priority of mine as well as our Cook County assessors that not a single resident pays a penny more in property taxes than what is due. So we want to make sure everyone has a fair assessment. Any other questions, concerns, needs, please reach out to my office anytime. We're here to serve you. So please, Google Commissioner Kevin Morrison. You'll be able to find out how to reach my office in Schaumburg. We're always here to help, and really hope that you all get something out of this evening and are taking care out there. Thank you.
No, we want to thank you. Thank you so much. You literally could be anywhere else in the world, but you stopped your entire life to be here with us. So thank you so much. I promise that your constituents are in great hands. Ms. Gail and I have a total of 157 years doing this. So we're going to take total control. Thank you so much. And you have a great night. Okay.
Take care, everyone.
No problem at all. All right, Ms. Gail. So let's jump right into it. So what we're going to do tonight is Ms. Gail and I are going to tag team this event. But we're going to do it a little bit differently. So before we do anything, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions, please go ahead and put them in the comment section. At the end of the event, we are going to answer these questions. I understand. Maybe you're like me, right? I have lots and lots of questions, and my brain is always going like this. And if I don't write it down or I don't ask it, I will literally forget it. So just go ahead and put it in the comment section. We do have some of our communications team in there right now ready to answer all these questions as well. So please go ahead and put that in there so that you don't have to try to remember at the very end. But what we're going to do right now is we're going to transition. So I'm going to move Ms. Gail out. Give me 1 second. And then we are going to start with the presentation. So let us begin. So property tax assessment, Schaumburg Township. You already know we're going to have a good night tonight, guys. We're going to give you some very important information, some vital information for your everyday life. 20 points if you know where that's from. And let's start. So go ahead. Next slide, Ms. Gail. So you want to click on the presentation and then press the down button. There we go. So the responsibility of the assessor's office, we do lots and lots and lots of different things, but to put it in a nutshell, it is our job to put a value on every property in Cook County, roughly 2 million, 1.9 million properties in Cook County. Now, the way we do this is we don't make up numbers, right? We don't pull things out of a hat and just say these are the numbers. We use a mass appraisal system. This allows us to do things ethically, be transparent, and be as fair as humanly possible. We also administer tax savings, so things like exemptions or let you file an appeal if you don't agree with the value of your home. What we don't do, or what we're not responsible for, are the tax levies, the tax rates, the state equalizers. You don't pay your property taxes to us. We don't do any of those things. Next slide, please. Every 3 years, properties get reassessed, right? This is called a triennial cycle or a triennial reassessment cycle. One, shout out to Nicole, one of our coworkers. She created this super cool graph. It's very useful because what we're about to talk about right now is the last time you guys were reassessed was 2019. Every time your property gets reassessed, you get 30 days to file an appeal. Your guys' deadline is August 25th. Please write this down. Please put it in your phone. Please don't forget. We don't want the 26th to come and then you guys are like, hey, we're trying to appeal and we can't. Well, it's because the deadline was the 25th. So let's make sure we write this down somewhere or we remember. Next slide, please. This right here is a reassessment notice. You all should have received this in the mail. If you didn't, go check your mail. It's probably still there. But this is a reassessment notice. This has a lot of important information. It has your market value, your PIN number, your neighborhood code, property characteristics, your assessed value, all of that information. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not a tax bill. This is not a tax bill. This is not a tax bill. Next slide, please. This, however, is a tax bill. Again, this is not issued by the Cook County Assessor's Office. This is issued by the Cook County Treasurer's Office. You get 2 a year. You get a blue one when it's cold outside around January, February, and you get a yellow one when it's warm outside around July. This year, the Treasurer's Office is going to let it out a little bit later than usual. But what I want to draw attention to, bottom left-hand corner of the tax calculator in the red box, that is where your exemptions would be at, your discounts, right? So your homeowner exemption, your senior citizen exemption, your senior freeze exemption, disabled person, returning veteran, disabled veteran, all of those will be listed right there. Next slide, please. And now a message from our sponsor. No, just kidding. Assessor Kiki wanted to be here tonight, but he could not. He had a conflict. So basically, we want things to be as fair and accurate and transparent as humanly possible. That is our goal. That has been the mission of the office since literally day one. And how are we taking steps to do this? What's something that we are doing to show you that we're doing this? Next slide, please. For the first time ever, ladies and gentlemen, our evaluation reports are live to the public and they're not hidden away somewhere, right? So here is the Schaumburg valuation report. If you want this direct link to this, it's right on the screen, cookcountyassessor.com/Schaumburg / 2022 residential. These sales are from 2017 to 2021, and this might look a little all over the place, but I'm going to break it down for you. So if you look, single family homes in Schaumburg Township are selling for a median, so an average of $320,000, right? Condos are selling for about $164,000, and multifamily homes, are selling for $700,000. What does this mean? This means that some properties are selling for less than that. Some properties are selling for more than that, but on an average, these are the market value prices set by people who are buying these properties, right? The mass appraisal system that we were talking about. Next slide, please. But maybe you're like me and you're like, well, just because you say that doesn't mean that that's true or that that's what it is. Well, we have a way for you to check that as well. So if you go to our website, again, cookcountyassessor.com, Schaumburg 2022 residential, here you can actually click on the different neighborhood codes. You can find your specific neighborhood code and you can actually see what those sales are like. So I think that's pretty cool that we make this as open and transparent as possible, right? For people who want to dig deep into the weeds and figure it out on your own, this is exactly how you would do that. Next slide, please. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor of introducing the one, the only, Gail Towers. Let's give her a round of applause.
Thank you, coworker.
No problem. And she is going to take over. So I'm going to get out of here. I'm still here answering questions, but I'm going to get out of here so that she can go ahead and let y'all know what to do next.
Okay, I'm going over the appeal form. If you file an appeal online, and I'm going through step by step just to highlight it a bit so you know. But the 3 most common reasons to file an appeal is lack of uniformity, over evaluation, and incorrect property description. Okay, the appeal process. You would need an email address, and on your appeal reassessment notice, you would see a fair market value. And that's the reason, if you don't agree with it, you could file your appeal. You need evidence. When our analysts look at your appeal your appeal application, they would decide if you get a decrease or no change. Okay, the online appeals. First, you would need an email address, and then you can start your filing, and you can save a draft. You could revise it, submit it, and if you need additional documents, you could also upload those, and this is free. And Schaumburg Township is open for appeals until August the 25th. So my advice is don't wait too long. Give yourself enough time in case you need to come back. If you need a documentation that you don't have, you could always save it and come back to it. Okay, these are 4 reasons to file an appeal online. And right here is the most 3 other the common reasons to appeal is residential, condo or co-ops, or commercial. It's more, but you can always choose the one you want if you're appealing for vacant land or whatever. Then you go to the next slide, and it would look like this. As I mentioned, you need an email address, and you have to create yourself a password to continue. Okay. These are the, again, available filing reason you would file your appeal. So the most common one that we're talking about tonight is residential appeals. And right here, you will begin your filing. Okay, you will put in you'll put in your PIN number, and then you push the search key. And also here, you just verifying the PIN number, and then you push search. And right here, you see all the information some of the information you put in, but you must check these boxes, 2 boxes. You must check those 2 boxes to continue. And then you push next and go to the next page of your appeal form. And right here is verifying your primary PIN number. Okay, it would be right there. And then you make sure that your street address is in there, your city, and your class. And then you just push next and go to the next page. And this right here, you just verify. You just verify. And right here is also where if you need to go back, for instance, like you're filing for this year, 2022, and you say, oh, I need to file for 2020 as well. You could do this right here. You could always go back.
So I think that Ms. Gale is having some technical difficulties, but guess what? We are the assessor's office and we are always ready. So I'm going to jump right back in and take over from where she was. So here is where you would go ahead and continue. We were on slide 22. So now we're going to go to slide 23. Give me 1 second. So if you have an additional PIN number, what will happen is that just means you have a prorated property, right? So you have a PIN number or you have a property that has more than 1 PIN number to it. Now, how do you know if your property is prorated? Instead of receiving 2 tax bills a year, you receive 4, or you receive 5, or you receive 6, something like that, right? If you're wondering if you are a prorated property, the answer is no. Because if you were, you would know, right? Next. Here, we just want to make sure you are who you say you are. So you want to file, you are the filer. You can be an attorney or you can use an attorney representative. But just like Teresa says in the comment section, I know we're not there yet, but we're going to jump there a little bit. You don't need to. We're doing it right now. We're doing it for free, and it's going to take less than 20 minutes to do so. And you can see because by the time we started and we got all our introductions out the way, we're already in. So you just want to make sure you are who you say you are. And then here, we just want to make sure you fill out all the information, right? You want to make sure you're who the filer is. Are you the owner of the property? What is the property information? So what is the address? What is the city? What is the state? What is the PIN number? Zip code, sorry. Phone number, email. All of that information can be found there. And then what will happen is it will auto-populate. And once it auto-populates, you just click select. And then next. Here, we get a lot of emails that say, hey guys, your office says I have two bathrooms, but I really only have 1. Or hey, your office says I have 3 bedrooms, but I really only have 2, right? If you have a characteristic change and something needs to be corrected, this is where you would do it. This also is auto-populated and will be filled out for you. So you only want to change things here if you know they are in fact incorrect. We also would like to know what you believe your property is worth. What is the desired value that you believe it is? Because remember, for you guys specifically, if we go back, I don't want to go back, but if we go back, you already saw what the medians were, what the averages were. And if you're somewhere around that atmosphere, then you're okay. But if you're not, you definitely want to let us know that and let us know how much you think your property is in fact worth. We also need to know why you are appealing, right? Is it lack of uniformity? Is it overvaluation? Is it a vacancy? Is it fire damage? Property description error? Building is uninhabitable. Building no longer exists. Whatever you are filing for, whatever reason, please, please, please be sure that you submit additional documentation to let us know. You cannot just say, hey, overvaluation. Because if you look, the very next question is explain overvaluation, right? We want to know that there is something here, right? You're doing your homework just like we are doing ours. And then we need to know what kind of property you have. Is it a single family home? Is it a building with 6 apartments or less? Is it a townhome? Is it a duplex? Is it other? Only you know this information. But once you figure it out and just click next, then you will be taken here. Now, for comparable properties, if you have a specific, if you want to compare your property with someone else's, we do have a tool in here, which is what you're looking at right now, that can help you. All you got to do is fill in the different fields for each individual drop-down box. Or if you have a very specific property you want our office to look at, you definitely want to put that information where it says custom additional search criteria. As in, if you have the address or you have the PIN number or you have whatever that information is and is very specific, you want to put that there. And then what will happen is the information will auto-populate. And after it auto-populates, it'll just let you know, hey, are you sure this is what you want to do? Can you double check your work? Is this the correct comparable that you want to use? If it is, just click next. And then here is where it gets a little spicy, ladies and gentlemen. Additional documentation. So any proof, right? If you have pictures, this is where you would upload them. If you have a sales analysis, this is where you would upload them. If you have a plat of survey, or you have a narrative, or you have closing documentation, something that kind of makes your argument stronger, this is where you want to do that. And then what will happen is we need your information once more. We need your phone number. We need your email address. And then once you click submit, a giant "Are you sure you want to submit this filing?" is going to jump up. Go ahead. If you are ready, click yes. If you're not, click no, and you can edit whatever you're editing. But once you click yes, you're going to get a confirmation. This is your confirmation. It'll say confirmation. Thank you. But it'll also have your filing number, but your results are not going to be emailed to you. Your results are going to be mailed to you. So please make sure whatever mailing address you give us is correct. We also have exemptions. Oh, Ms. Gale's back.
Don't know what happened.
I got you back though, Ms. Gale. I told you we was going to tag team this bad boy today.
All right.
Go ahead, take over on the exemptions, Ms. Gale.
Okay, these are our 8 exemptions. And one person can receive up to 4 exemptions. The most common 4 is homeowners, senior freeze, and the disabled person. But you can look on your second bill, tax bill, your second installment tax bill, the yellow bill that Hector mentioned. And if you do not see your exemptions on there, you can always apply and get them. You won't have to lose it. You know, if after the 25th, if you don't have it on there, the 25th of April, we could give you an adjusted bill to reflect that.
Correct. We're going to jump into that right now, Ms. Gale. So if you want to check your property exemption history, you can do so at cookcountyassessor.com. You can check your exemption history, your appeal history, your assessment history, all of that information. But what Ms. Gale was just talking about is as of August 26, 2022 at 11:59 p.m., ladies and gentlemen, that is the deadline for your 2021 exemptions. So the homeowners that Ms. Gale was talking about, the senior citizen, the senior freeze, disabled person, returning veteran, a disabled veteran, all of those for 2021, which is the tax bill that we are currently going to be paying, that those are due August 26, 2022 at 11:59 p.m., right? Certificate of errors, that's just something that our office does when, for whatever reason, there was a mistake made. Either you did not apply for your exemption, or for whatever reason, we did not give you your exemption. We can still do those as well. And as of this moment, we can go all the way back to 2018. So we can do 2018, 2019, and 2020. Ms. Gail, how would they contact us?
Okay, you could contact us by this phone number, 312-443-7550, or you could contact us through social media. And also, you could go into any one of our offices. We have 3 offices. Okay, one is downtown Chicago, 118 North Clark on the 3rd floor. And we have one in Markham Courthouse, 16501 South Kesey, and that's actually on the 2nd floor. And our 3rd office is in Skokie. It's on Old Orchard Road, and it's on the 1st floor, 149, 5600 West Old Orchard Road. And also, you could get your phone out and point it to our QR code here and take a picture of it. And once you take that picture of it and center it, you can see all our information.
One day this is going to work. One day. I don't know when, but one day I'm going to be able to show it on the screen. But yeah, that's kind of, man, that's terrible. That's kind of what it looks like. I ain't trying to blind y'all, but yeah. All right, so now it is my favorite time of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. So let me remove.
Oh, you just love these answer these questions.
I do. I promise you I do. They are my most favorite things to do. So now what we're going to do is we're going to jump in here and see what's happening in the comment section. So
okay, let me see what I see, Hector.
Miss Stella Black, she says, hello, how you doing, Miss Stella? I don't see any questions, but we do have some comments from our coworkers. So go ahead, Miss Gail.
Okay, and we have Teresa Chetler. She said we encourage the filing of appeals online, and please read our complete guide online. The complete guide for filing an appeal online before you get started.
For sure. And we want to let everybody know you don't need to hire anyone to file your appeal for you, right? We literally just walked you through it. And it took us a little bit longer because we had some technical difficulties, but you can do this. Miss Teresa's being a little nice. You could do it in less than 20 minutes, but we understand. And shout out to Miss Michelle. Miss Michelle
says,
yep.
She said, please also join us for an in-person event for Schaumburg Township appeal workshop on this Monday, August the 22nd, from 6 to 8. And that would be 1100 West Schaumburg Road in Schaumburg, Illinois, at the Schaumburg High School.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to come in person and see this show live in hand, right, in person, go ahead and come. Our whole team is going to be there. Our entire department is going to be there. We're there to help make sure everyone's questions get answered. We want to make sure that this is just an easy thing for you to do, right? We want to make this as easy as humanly possible, but we definitely just want to let everybody know that if maybe this type of media doesn't work for you, or this type of platform doesn't work for you, you can definitely come see us in person and ask us those kind of questions. We understand that some people don't want to ask questions online. They want face-to-face. I'm that kind of guy. So we get it. And the last thing we want to do before we head out of here is shout out to Miss Teresa again. Many exemptions automatically renew this year due to COVID-19. You guys can check the Cook County portal website, or you can go to our website, cookcountyassessor.com, and just go ahead and put in your PIN number or your address and check all of that information. However, this is the last year I take that back. As of right now, things can change. But as of right now, this is the last year that exemptions are going to be auto-renewed due to COVID. So if you're senior freeze or you're a disabled person or you're long-term, whatever those were that were automatically renewing due to COVID, this is the last year that's going to happen. So you will have to apply for those again next year. The senior citizen, the homeowner's exemption, that one you won't have to renew again because it is automatic. So, ladies and gentlemen, We don't have any other questions, so we want to thank you for your time. We want to thank you guys for hanging out with us. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to contact us. Please share this presentation. Please, literally, like, sharing is caring, guys. You can contact us at cookcountyassessor.com. We want to make sure we're here to help anyone, or you can email us directly. Maybe you do have a question and you didn't want to ask it on here. You can go to cookcountyassessor.com/contact. That will literally go straight to our office, or you can call us. You can call us at 312-443-7550. Guys, you will hear an automated system when you first call because you have to put in your PIN number. But once you put in your PIN number, come on, you speak to a human being. You speak to someone like Ms. Gail, or you speak to someone like me. We will answer all of your questions. So we want to thank you for your time. We want to thank Kevin Morrison for hopping in with us during his very hectic schedule. I want to thank Ms. Gail for having my back. And thank you for the rest of the communications department being in the comment section. We love you guys. You could be anywhere else in the world, but you're here with us. Thank you so much. Be smart, be wise, be safe, be blessed. We love you guys. You guys have a great night.
Good night.